Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is one of the best airports for plane spotting. From the Heavies to all the American Airlines special liveries, this airport never fails to impress. Today, I'll be going spotting at DFW's most iconic spotting location for the very first time, Founders Plaza. I've seen so many incredible memories made at Founders Plaza, and I'm super excited to check it out for the very first time. Join me as we take on Founders Plaza, everybody. This is going to be a blast, so let's get into this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and today we have some plane spotting at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Today we have a very exciting video on the channel, really, as this will be my very first time spotting at Founders Plaza. I am super excited for this, and I hope you guys are as well, and this will add a very unique and really fun quality twist to our Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport plane spotting. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. I start with this picture on the screen right here to let you guys know if you've missed any of the previous content from this day trip. Definitely go check it out. We've had some trip reports, we've had some vlogs, we've had some airport layovers, and all kinds of fun videos, so feel free to go check those out to get it caught up to speed, and also kind of the purpose behind why I decided to do this day trip in the connotation I did. So if you're already caught up to speed and ready to get started, let's go ahead, as we saw so many cool planes on this day. This was December 28th, 2022, a beautiful, sunny, very warm 70-degree windy afternoon here in the Dallas area, and I was super excited. So starting getting out of the terminal right here, just a basic America 737 shot, but again, just wanted to reference that if you'd like to check out those videos, feel free to, in multiple boutique places with an America 175. And here we go at Founders Plaza. So Founders Plaza is on the northwest side of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. It is, in my opinion, one of the absolute best plane spotting locations in the United States. It's this huge observation park, or not really park, but area made for literally plane spotting. That's the intention of it. It's set up on the northwest side of the field, like I said, perfectly leveled right next to the 18 left and 18 right runways. It's a beautiful location. I'll show you guys for a variety of reasons, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about with how nice it is and how awesome a spot it is. And as I was talking about in previous videos, I really wanted to come here to see what the full experience was all about, and that is exactly what we're doing today. So let's go ahead and get into it. You guys know how these plane spotting trains roll. There'll be a bunch of fun surprises in here, and I'm really excited for it. So let's get started. Starting right here with the Aviation cargo Boeing 747-400. This was my first time getting, I guess, an okay picture of it. It's not great in the landing gear below the horizon, but nevertheless, still really cool. Also expect I will throw in some video clips of some of the Heavies landing, some of the more notable planes. Also, keep in mind back here, the Hyatt Regency. This is where the Airliners International 2023 convention will be taking place. So if you want a visual perspective of it, here's what it looks like from the outside on the northwest side. There's also a bunch of what I like to call throwaway pictures in here. These are not very quality shots, but I'm showing you guys the full scope here of various angles because I take several pictures, obviously, and as a result, there's some that are really good and there's also some that are not. So that's kind of what you're going to find throughout here, and I'm still getting my camera settings working and figuring out how Founders worked and everything. So this is only my second plane here, but it's a really good spot, like I said, and we'll dive into all the details as we see them. Here's an American Airlines Airbus A321 taking off. There's a bunch of these at DFW nowadays, which really cool. And here is some cargo moving over, probably over to the other side of the airport would be my guess, from the cargo ramp. And here we go with the beautiful leveling. So when planes are landing towards the south, when the wind's out of the south, so they fly that direction, the planes are right in front of your face, and they're really nice. And that's predominantly the weather you're going to find at DFW, including this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175 operated by Envoy. You're going to see several of these today. Most of these land over here, as their terminal is right here at Terminal B, right next to the runways. Another American A321 taking off. I've seen 933 Alpha Mike tail number that one several times. How about ABX Air 767-200? Was super excited to see that. These are really hit or miss at DFW, so you can also get really good taxiing ramp shots, especially later in the day like this. But obviously the sun, where my cursor is, hopefully the cursor helps. I really like using it somewhere over here, so obviously it's kind of backlit, but hey, it was still really cool to catch it. And this one I'm talking about, ignore the focus. Some of the focus was in and out on some of these shots as I was trying to get my lens maneuvered correctly. But here's an American Airlines Airbus A321 on short final. Again, the spot's really nice for leveling, and once you get your camera settings right, you're set. And the ABX took off on the other side, which I'll talk about that more in a minute, but pretty much DFW splits up their planes arriving and taking off, pretty much depicted by wherever they're going to for the most part. So pretty much everything coming from the east, for the most part, excluding Heavies, will land on the east, and everything coming from the west, excluding some of the Heavies, will land on the west. It really just depends. It's really hit or miss, but I'll show you examples throughout today's video. But ABX was probably going to Cincinnati or something, therefore it landed on the east. Now, this was a very timely spotting session for various reasons, one of which is now Mesa does not have American Eagle CRJ 900s anymore, so this was a really good opportunity to catch as many of those as possible. And there is the gray one right there. That might be my last time getting any sort of picture of it, even though it's not the best, but I was laying on the other side. You can get pictures on the other side, especially with longer lenses, mainly 150 to 600 type lenses, but nevertheless looking really good, and that was very nice right there. Alright, next up we have this Air France Boeing 777-200. This is the next flight of the day, and I was really excited to get to see this. So this is my first time getting a very good shot of an Air France 777, and I was very happy with it. So of course you're going to see that the focus was in and out for these first couple, but getting to about right here is where the focus gets much better, and I was really excited. So like I said, my very first time getting a very good catch of Air France 777, and this is what I was talking about. These planes will go left and they will split runways all the time. So for instance, when I was just last at DFW just a few days ago, ironically as of the recording of this video, the 787 that they're currently flying flew in on the east side of the airport. This time around I got lucky and came on the west side, and I was able to get to see it right up close and personal. And this was really nice because it's literally right in your face, and I'll even insert a video clip right now. And as you can see, it is super cool to get to see them land right in front of you. So that is exactly what we're depicting here, not to mention a beautiful, nice little cirrus cloud backdrop. I love it. And the lighting's starting to get good. And this is like a couple minutes after 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So really the lighting's honestly pretty good considering the time of the day, but it gets even better. So get ready for that. But nevertheless, first time getting Air France 222, I was stoked about it. Even though the new titles are what they are, it certainly is still working really well. So looking very good right there. All right, and we also have a Viva A321neo we'll see later in the video right here, a JAL 787-8 that was in the previous video, which is really cool to see from this perspective, and a Qatar 777-200LR also in the previous video. All three of those were actually, but this has the stamp back here, so it's looking really nice as well. But I was super stoked about the Air France. That was a very good catch. American A321, ironically enough, I ended up flying 178 Uniform Sierra to Cabo on March 14th, so I got to see this aircraft 3 months before, and I also saw it on my recent trip. Plane Spotter DK and I went through all my photos that I took during April, so my April DFW trip. So if I do start naming off tail numbers and everything, I apologize. Just a bad habit when I recognize so many of them. Delta 320, probably SLC or LAX, so certainly awesome to always get to see a Delta 320. There's quite a few of them throughout the day at DFW is what I've noticed, so it's always cool. The best part about Founders, in my opinion, especially when the white light cooperates, is the jello shots you can get with the backdrop, which I absolutely love. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. And here's our first American Airlines Dreamliner today. This Boeing 787-9 is currently on short final. Absolutely love the American Airlines Dreamliner. It is a beautiful plane. It really has never got old. This is 833 Alpha Alpha on short final for 18 right, probably coming in from Seoul or Frankfurt, something like that. So very cool. Never gets old seeing these, especially in nice lighting. So beautiful plane, and I absolutely love it. And sorry about the lens going hit or miss on the focus. I'm really trying to work towards some better equipment, even though this equipment's very good, and when it works the right way, it's very good, as you can see right here with this American Airlines 737-800 on short final, probably coming in from a Denver, Salt Lake City, Fresno or something like that. So awesome to get to see that. Also a UPS 767 right there. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You know, the UPS ramps on the other side, you guys know what I'm talking about. This one's heading over to the other side, probably going to Louisville or something like that. Again, I don't understand, but it's just DFW at its finest. Another American 321 that won't focus inbound, and I got better with this throughout the day. My camera sensor is not sensitive, but you have to be very precise about how you utilize it. And yes, that's kind of how it works. And this American A321 is looking awesome, so super glad to get to see this. Again, really an awesome day for spotting so many beautiful lighting situations and really cool planes. Speaking of which, a beautiful shot of this UPS Airbus A300 landing here at 18 right. These are really nice, as obviously they don't fly during the day as much as other cargo aircraft, so that was certainly nice. Well, really all cargo aircraft don't, but it's always nice to get to see it during the day. Here's the jello that I'm talking about. We have a Horizon right here that's kind of messing with it, but still really cool. And the A300 flares unlike any other airplane I've ever seen. It's very distinctive, so that's super cool to get to see. And there goes that UPS 767 on the other side. Again, I'm just trying to make the most of what I had, so there we go. First American 321 Neo of the day comes with the Dallas skyline, which is another nice characteristic of this perspective, so that's really cool. And unfortunately did miss Aero Mexico by a few minutes, but it's okay. I have seen their 190 before and hope to see it again. This American CRJ 700 for Sky West is landing in. Beautiful and really cool to see the Southwest aircraft banking in the Love Field, which is always nice. That was a really nice bank right there on it. Honestly, that was really impressive. And again, sorry about the lens. I think it gets better through the day. okay shots of the Aeromexican 190. If we really want to assess it, I'll zoom it in just a little bit so you guys can see. It's very hazy, and this is literally the best time of the year for haze, so what can I say? I'm doing my best, so that's all good. Let me see if I can get this fully back out. Beautiful. And continuing to check it out, let's see. UPS A300 keeping the speed brakes up throughout the whole landing, so that was really cool, taxiing into the ramp. And here's another America 737-800. You guys know the drill. Lighting's great. I'm never going to pass up a nice lighting shot, so that's what we have with that America 737. And I've flown on 19 of those now, which is crazy. Here's a really cool catch. This C-130, I don't know which model this is. Might be a J or something. It's currently flying over. I'm assuming this was going to Alliance. I honestly have no idea, but it's very cool to see it flying over. So yeah, really cool catch. Just kind of sucks that was at the wrong airport at the wrong time. But hopefully during airliners, I'll be able to maybe get some military action in a boutique PC-12 because they have the whole fleet at DFW, and that's what we're seeing. Okay, so here's the first of many shots that I got with the flag on the other side. All your planes that are coming in from the east, like I said, this United 737-700 I think was coming in from Newark, and then that Spirit probably was coming in from Atlanta or something like that. They all land on the far side of the airport, so that's what we have here. But it is really cool when you get bigger planes, you can line up this flag, and the flag was blowing quite nicely on this day, so I was trying to line it up, but it didn't quite work. But still cool to try to catch them from the other side despite the lens. Also, that was my 18-300, my 150-600 would have did a much better job, and you'll see that later in the video. This Viva Airbus A320 Neos on short final. This is my first time getting a killer shot of one, so I was very pleased about that. And yeah, focus going in and out, but it's a really beautiful plane. Go catch you one if you can. I really like them. So really cool to see their contribution from Mexico. So that is fantastic. And the Jello also looking very good. I probably should have used my bigger lens, but I understand why I didn't in the moment. Beautiful logo on the winglet, America 737-800. These have really grown on me. I like both iterations 1 and 2, and I've seen several of all of them. So there's a beautiful shot of iteration 1. And it's nice to have the variety as well. It's like, oh, logo on the winglet. And especially getting them on the 319 or the Max, that's the funnest ones. But still really good. Here's a beautiful shot, even though it's backlit of the UPS cargo ramp, fully loaded on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. MD-11, A300, 752, 3 752s, I think, right here, and a 7.6 on the corner. It's always really nice. And I think we see a non-winglet later in the video. Stay tuned. It seems like every American Airlines color is kind of different. It's kind of like Gemini jets, to be quite honest. I think they've been slightly changing the paint. In fact, I think Aviation made a video about this, a couple of years ago at this point. It's been a while, but I think that that's kind of what we're seeing on some of these planes. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it does add some nice flavor. And here we go with this catch. I was very excited about this. The Lufthansa Airbus A340-300 in the Star Alliance livery. I absolutely love this livery. It is a beautiful aircraft, and I was so excited to get to see it. I will insert the video right now. And what a beautiful airplane we have here. It's so, man, what a great plane. Absolutely love the livery. It is so pretty. One of my favorite 343 liveries, and this was so awesome to get to see. And this starts the buildup of all these Lufthansa 343s I've got to catch over the last years. So absolutely love them and super excited to get to see this one as well. So beautiful plane. Go catch it if you can before they depart the U.S. airports. Beautiful livery, and I mean, it just speaks for itself. What can I say? Really pretty plane. Beautiful reflection as well, and I get a good touchdown shot. You know, it kind of went late, but it's okay. Very cool to get to see that, and what an awesome catch that was, and a very hard touchdown to go with it. Another American 737. What can I say? It's beautiful. Glad to get to see it today. And a beautiful CFM 319. Absolutely love the CFMs. They look really cool on that 319, and they're making good efforts with it. And I'll be eager to see what livery PSA, America West, Allegheny, and Piedmont all come back on. Here's another beautiful America 787-9. The sister ship of 833, 834 is on short final. Just, they never get old, man. They look really good. Absolutely love the Dreamliner, and it's a great looking plane on short final right here. And yes, looking very good. There's the JAL 787-8. That actually turned out to be a very good catch and some decent pictures to go with it, to be quite honest. There's also the departure spot on the other end of the runway that I'll show you guys in an upcoming video. If anybody has any questions about it, let me know, and I'm happy to get that information to you on a more timely manner. But in following spotting videos, we'll talk about another location, which would have been good for this takeoff. I just didn't have transportation, and therefore couldn't make it work in the moment, but this still worked out really well. But there's a very good this departure spot location where you can get a really cool shot of this. Speaking of really cool shots, how about a really good Qantas 787-9 shot? This was the Melbourne flight coming in 2 hours late, so that's a very long flight. Melbourne to Dallas is like 16-17 hours. It's a very long flight, and it can easily get delayed for various reasons, so really cool to see. This is a very cool shot as well. I don't know if the framing's picking it up. I hope it is, but I'll kind of zoom it in, but there's an American 730 or 321 and something going in the love field in the back of this shot. Hopefully this is a okay view so you can see what I'm talking about. You should be able to see that no matter what, but there's this plane, this one. So really cool to get to see these here on short final, and beautiful Qantas shot. I was super happy with this, and this is the only Qantas we're going to see today, so stay on the lookout. But really cool route, a brand new one at Dallas to start within a month of going there, so really glad to see that it's performing well and they're adding frequencies even. Really exciting, and Qantas continues to commit to the DFW area. Another beautiful American 77-9 Dreamliner. There's so many of these. I think this is also the Aviation that we're about to see here in a moment, so stand by on that. But really cool to get to see this, and this is 838, I believe. But really cool to get to see this Dreamliner. I was super excited about this. Yes, 838 on short final. There's a bunch of them, so if you're looking for 787-9 particularly, I also saw a bunch of -8s as of late when I went, so you're going to get American Airlines Dreamliner heaven here at D-Dubs. So this will be all of us this summer at Airliners International, so looking forward to that, and get ready to see a bunch of them, and some soft touchdowns and others not as much. Viva Aerobus Airbus A321neo. Of course, I got a better picture at the Skylink, but this is still a very good one right here, and also pretty cool Shotcut right there. I can't see exactly what that says. I think it just says Viva. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, just Vivo with some icons, so very cool to get to see that. And again, this aircraft is off for its respective destination. And we have this CFM Airbus A319. I absolutely love the silver trim on these. They look so good. Very nice. And this is where I stopped the intermission so that the computer could load it all. So I'll get another round going here, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, back to this we go. Here we go with the Viva Airbus A321neo again. Sometimes my computer will overlap kind of the sides there. So here we are back with our American A319. Again, really beautiful lighting. Just was super happy with how all this came out. And some of them are a little soft, but again, like I said, I'll be able to work with these. We also have some vignetting that will have to be taken care of, but again, that will be at the appropriate time. So that's very nice. Sorry, my jet photos orientated brain just gives me so much problems with all those small details nowadays. So what can I say? Aviation Airbus A320 with fins tips and CFMs. I'd absolutely love for NG models or Gemini jets or Panda or somebody to make one of these. Really glad to catch this, and glad to get more shots of them. So Aviation is a very cool airline, and maybe I'll get to try one day. They fly to San Salvador, of course. I think that they've had some retro liveries come in, and I got to see their Star Alliance at DFW as well, so that's very cool. A little bit of shade on the clouds behind, so they'll be in and out for the rest of the video. Here's the American 787-8 Dreamliner finally sneaking in here with a little bit of shade. Still a nice reflection at the very least, and it was all good. And you kind of see some sun on the other side there, so we do end up getting some sun back here in a moment. Looking very good though. UPS 75 on the other side, and another Delta 320, wherever this may be coming from, who knows, but looking very good at the very least. Should have put on the big lens. It would have helped significantly here, but it's all good. I understand why I did what I did. So I was going for those sideways shots like this, and it worked out really well. American Airlines 737 short final in lighting returning, so absolutely love the effort, and some exposure will really help the composition of these photos. So I'm not too worried about getting it perfect right now. Just assessing kind of the raw taste of what we have here, and they're looking very good. Another American 737-800, looking very nice. Super glad to get to catch another one, as always, but I gotta stop saying that because we gotta come up with more interesting notes. There we go. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Backlit UPS 767 taxiing out for departure. Again, that was super cool to get to see, and these shots are honestly really good right here on the runway, so I'm very happy with that. And again, super cool to get to see first non-winglet 767 for UPS in a very long time. A really nice, simple CR7 for American. It's a really nice proportional plane. I really like it. It's really grown on me me over the years. And there's all gray Mesa. What a legendary catch, as that's going to be it for me catching those. So as you can tell by this day, though, there was not really many Mesa 900s. There was not many. A bunch of 700s. So although I'm sure 900 will be coming up soon. So there's a Mesa house at the gate and a Mesa. They all land on the other side too, so that's kind of the problem. Another American 737. This time we got a red wingtip. These are still flying around. There's not a ton of them, so definitely try to catch them if you can, but there are a few floating around. First MD-11 of the day pushing back, but of course, I think it went to the other side, but I could be wrong. Went for a cool wallpaper angle, and here we go. The lighting comes back at the exact right time for the British Airways Airbus A380-800. Probably my best shot of one ever. Miami was very good, but this one was also very good. Coming in from the one and only London Heathrow International Airport. A beautiful plane. This is Echo Juliet, and it's a very, very nice one. I don't think I need to do much speaking on how beautiful this plane is, especially with the backdrop right there. It's a really pretty airplane. Go catch you one if you can. The BA380 is a legendary plane, and there's not many planes that look more iconic, and huge thank you to them for not running these off due to the pandemic. Let's see how this touchdown went. Very smooth for a 380. That was an elite touchdown. Very good job by the pilots right there. And welcome to Dallas for all of those passengers. First really good A321neo of the day right here with some fantastic lighting. Just love that framing right there with the landing gear. Just a little bit of separation. Then you get a full scope of the aircraft. Beautiful wings. I mean, beautiful stuff right there. And a beacon there too. So. And sorry for whoever got in the way right there. But beautiful to get to see a 321neo landing in from Vegas or Phoenix, something like that. Another Asiana Cargo 747. I think I actually got a good shot of that one. Yeah, so it was taxiing right there. So that was super nice. American 321. Always glad to get to see these. I would love to get another buzzsaw video with one of those. So hopefully I'll be able to get on one of those very soon. And there's a taxiway between 18 left and 18 right, so that's exactly what we're seeing right here. So very nice. And yeah, shots came out really good. We get better ones here in a moment. This is a very, very cool shot. I think everything should be in the frame. So we have an American CR9 landing on the other side, a 320 landing on the far runway. That would be 17 left. That's the super far runway. And then we have a Southwest banking in the left field. I mean, does it get more Dallas than that? I don't think it does. That was very cool. And my focus was trying to work, but glad I was able to see that. And yeah, these turned out really good. You know, you got a couple of prongs, but a shot like this right here is A tier. It's very good. You don't have any obstructions right between the I believe these are lead-in lights. I'm pretty sure is what those are. I'm pretty confident, but nevertheless really cool to get to see that, and I'm very stoked about that. That was very good. I kind of forgot about that. I'm not going to say what I've said every other time about this airplane, so take it and put some notes on it. They look really good. And yes, what a beautiful plane, man. Super glad. It was so big, so you're actually able to see it really good. And there she goes. Very similar here. SkyWest doing their work as usual here at DFW. They have those former Endeavor tail numbers as well. I have no idea why I was trying to shoot that one from this far out. I cannot answer that question. There's a gray Mesa, another legendary catch, and here is another 175 in some beautiful lighting. Now that MD-11, I'm gonna take a guess. I put on my big lens because that's honestly really good for across the airport. That turned out really well, so glad I put on the big lens. And here's why I really put on the big lens: for the Qatar Airbus A350-1000 that landed on the other side in from Doha. This airplane usually goes on the other side every day, so it's really hard to get on your side, but it splits every day, so good luck. But I got one shot I was really happy with, but this still turned out really good. A little hazy, but yes, how about that shot? Really cool to get Qatar with the United States flag. I don't think it could have turned out any better. It's a really, really cool angle, and really nice to get to see the US flag and Qatar cooperating. So beautiful, and absolutely love to see it. If I would add a vehicle, I definitely would have pulled up for it too, but to see it from the other side was fine. We also get the Marriott with it too, so I can't complain with all those various attributes. This shot's really hazy, but it's a really cool bank right there from the Qatar, so. And the Western too, so that's also super nice. And the Jello right there. It's a very neat shot. Not the best, of course, but I was still super glad to get to see it, and hopefully I'll get to see it up close very soon if it finally comes on our side. Here is an American A319 on short final. Excuse me, sorry about that. And then here's this American 321 934. I've seen several times. Not gonna complain to see it again. It's a beautiful plane. There's a SkyWest, ironically. And BA taxi again. Okay, here's maybe one of the best catches of the day, to be honest. An American 737 MAX 8 landing in. Was this shot good? Looks pretty solid. It's not my best sharpness shot, I'll tell you that off the top of my head, but still really cool, especially for it to come on our side. Not the best sharpness. I hope I got a better one than that. Kind Could have done better there. That was not my best work. That one's even kind of better than some of the other ones. But yeah, really cool to see Max. I'm sure we'll have another shot at that in the future, but really cool at Founders. Chester and SkyWest. Let's go back to SkyWest. That turned out really good considering the circumstances of that pop circumstance. And then here we have this Chester 739. Never going to get tired of these. I've been fortunate enough to see more of these lately. And the American 77, not the prettiest shot in the world because it was really far out there, but still really good. And this American 737-800 landing in with a wardrobe malfunction. Just kidding. Comment if you get the reference though. Beautiful looking plane. And another Envoy 175 because, I mean, what can I say at this point? Double beacon, all of these though. How about that? The beacon on the 175 is really long. 968 got to see it several times previously, so that's really nice. And another CR7 that was I going for a double shot? I don't know why it zoomed out so far. Quebec X-ray prefix, how about that? That might be the most unique attribute of that particular plane. Another SkyWest 700. I've got to see the whole fleet 3 times over at this point, so I'm not ever going to pass up an opportunity to do that. Good looking plane. I like it. This is actually a really cool shot with the UPS 7.5 holding short of 1.8 right, but you also have the Mason 900 over here. Sorry. Right here, and then you have all these American planes, the tower, and then the Hyatt Regency, and also this 737. So really cool framing shot right there. Another logo on the winglet. I've seen 971 several times now, so I'm glad to see it again. And UPS taken off. And here's Watson the Key Deer. Got to see this in Tulsa a couple years ago, so great to get another reunion with Watson, including a really nice leveling and a beacon, so that's always nice. Beautiful plane, and glad the focus, when the focus is on, it is on. It's very good. It doesn't ever really go out of focus once you get it. 777 taxiing over to the warehouse. Day's starting to get later at this point. I think it's probably like 4:30, so do bear in mind that we're going to see some cloud cover coming in here. It'll be in and out. Kind of a cool double shot, not my best work, but still very good. 767s looks pretty. And then we're going to get this in and out lighting from the Cirrus cloud. So here's a 321 that is refusing to focus, and I could have been a little bit more proactive on it, so I apologize. Here's a 319 looking good. This was before we had any logo on the 319s. So there we go. And most of them still do not have one. Nice touchdown shot. I really like that. You can get really good touchdown shots if you time it perfectly. And also have your focus on point. 320 getting ready to take off, and here is another CR7. You're going to see a bunch of these on the west side just because of how close they are. Here's a really cool shot of what Founders Plaza looks like. So you have this big Founders Plaza titles right here on this really cool brick type material. It's a standing sign pretty much. Then you have a nice overhang. This provides both shade and for rain coverage, so it's really nice, especially in those hot afternoons that Texas tends to get pretty often, early and often when it comes to during the year, especially in the spring and summer months, and even the fall to a degree, not in general, just to a degree. Cirrus cloud's coming in right here, but the sun's trying to break through. Cool framing shot of the UPS ramp. We got our people right here at Founders, which is also very cool. And again, various people taking pictures too, which is very nice. American 333. And the United 737-700 again. This shot's not elite, but it's still kind of cool, so not going to complain. Again, I like to get the well-rounded balance of both. Not trying to be so particular on the picture where it's like, crap, I never got to catch it, you know, but I'm also not like, okay, a bad picture is not a bad picture, you know. I still recognize a bad picture being a bad picture. Nevertheless, here's a 170 currently landing. Some good shots here. Again, lighting makes it unique, so I can't complain too much with getting different type shots. Yes, Polar DHL 767. I did recently get this model with the winglets, but the non-winglet seems to fly here every day, so close enough. And I think I ended up getting good taxiing shots here in a minute. American 321 on short final. This one's fin tips and CFM engines. One of the best combos in the Southwest. Following it up behind. And I think that is all the pictures for this round. Let's start it over and get another round going. Here we go, boys. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back for another round at Founders Plaza spotting. I know I keep saying that, but I take little breaks to reply to my phone messages and everything. But yes, back at it with that American 321 with CFMs. They never get old, and the lighting is really good. I'd really like to spot here at Founders when they're landing south and the Cirrus clouds don't get block it, because I did get the spot here recently, but it was a north flow. So hopefully this summer we'll make that happen. Here's the Polar DHL and a UPS pushing back right here, so all the cargo action getting after it. And just like the previous plane, the 747 Asiana, this is really cool as we were able to get it just through the slots right there, and thus a really good picture. So I was very pleased with this, and it's a good looking plane, and the UPS, and my lens was a little too zoomed in there, but looking very nice. And these corner shots will be great in the summer, so hopefully we'll be able to get more of those. And they're kind of random with how they taxi out sometimes. So, but Polar's out to Cincinnati, I would assume, so looking good. And UPS was out to an Ontario, El Paso, something like that. Here's another American 175. We know the drill. It's an Envoy reg. They don't fly anything but Envoy to DFW. 960 lining up, looking good. And here's another Dash 8 right here, looking very good. 803 Alpha Lima. I believe this one, the newer ones. Everything that's not Alpha is for Dash 8s is newer, I believe. Could be wrong on that, but looking good. And some Jello to finish off there too. And the A380 just back there. It's a standing monster. It looks so cool. American 333 probably for London, and then the 300 out there. And yes, another awesome heavy catch. Not only Star Alliance and all the other ones we've got today, but how about Qantas's 100 sticker? And it's really crazy that I've only been DFW. Well, I've been there quite a few times, but in terms of like actual spotting days, I've only been there like 3 or 4 times, and I've ended up getting pretty much all of Qantas's special liveries on the Dash 9 for the 787. I've got this one, the normal livery, and in the most recent spotting session, I got the I'm forgetting what it's called, but all of the back here has a really cool design on it. It's like the Yum's Dreaming or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but really cool to see this. I've really wanted to see some specials from various international carriers, so really cool to get this one knocked down. It's literally perfect because we got the normal livery from Melbourne previously, so I was super happy, especially that the sun broke out for it. So thank you, Mother Nature. You know exactly who I'm referencing, Aviation J777X. The joke there is that he is Mother Nature with all this weather that he has. And then just a nice scenic shot right here. Really cool. I absolutely love it. More 737s. What can I say? I don't think there's much explanation to that besides the lighting's good. So there we go. Loving the effort as usual. Another nice touchdown. There goes the 300. There were several of them taken off, which is really cool. I tried to get some runway shots. They didn't turn out the best, but I'm not complaining too much. It was still cool to at least get them. Some of them turned out really good, to be honest. I'm not complaining. Logo on the winglet. Welcome 934 November inbound. Love this side shot right here. That it just looks so good. So super glad to get that. A little soft, but we can definitely make it work much better than some of these other ones that I got on other aircraft. So hopefully I can get these settings working really good soon. 155 Alpha November also looks really good. And thank you, ISO Audio, for giving me some various lighting situations to work with. And touchdown. There we go. Another one. That's fine. You just need to start saying for all these. They look very good. I love seeing them. Never gets old. And we get some shade here for the rest of the afternoon on. I think we get one more break in the sun. Significant break in the sun, that is. 175 and another 320. They must have been SLC or LAX since they kept coming over here. And I got some wide angle shots. Was super happy. I know this is kind of funny to be excited about, but a really nice 319 shot. So I was super happy about that. Focus wasn't perfect, but it works. There we go. Those are a little bit better. Yeah, learning very much on sharpness, because there was previous times where I was like, if the lighting's good, I'm just going to edit it. FedEx will always land on that side typically because their ramp's over there, so there we go. Ramp also is depictive of where the planes land, but it's predominantly the where they're coming from. Really great to get to see the Mason 900 in the gray livery. I was super stoked about that. I know it's just a simple livery, but it looks really nice, and especially with these out the door now. So was very happy about that, and it looks really good. And not many of them land over here because of everything that's going on the other side. They usually always go over there. So there we go. It's a really cool frame as we had the BA380, the Star Alliance 343 taxiing out for departure after a fairly quick turnaround, and the Qantas Dash 9. That goes onto the ramp on Melbourne because it leaves later. So there we go. Wish I could have been on Skylink for that. That's super cool. More break in the sun with a beautiful Dreamliner taxiing out for departure. Beautiful plane. Absolutely love it. A330 back out to probably another international destination in a really nice 737 flag shot. So I was very happy with that. And like these wide angle shots, it's really cool that I was starting to get these. Here's another really nice Mason 900. Was very pleased with this. I know it's just a 900, but when you've been seeing 700s and 175s all day, really nice. Oh yes. How about this Dreamliner? Really cool shots right here with this American 787-9 once again. Is this 835 Alpha November again? I've flown this plane. Yes, it is. Okay, so I've seen this plane so many times, but it's funny because I flew it from Dallas to Miami. It must just be based in Dallas, it seems. But I've seen this plane. I saw it 3 times over the last weekend in April, and now I saw it right here with beautiful lighting. So really cool. Probably gonna have to upload that one to jet photos if I can get it on. That would be a shot I would like to have on there, just considering that I've flown on that plane. Let me show you guys where I sat. I'm sorry, you guys will be seeing the trip report very soon, but it was right in here. I was in seat 13L, and it was what a flight that was. Excited to share that with all of you, so be on the lookout for that. It's very fun. And Greaser, pilots always do a great job on those 787s. How about this Viva Aerobus back out to Monterey or Mexico City, I believe, and then we had Okay, this is really cool with Avianca and Viva Aerobus. That's really cool. I need to represent that in an airport update sometime. And Lufthansa Star Alliance back out, and another American 321, and another logo on the winglet iteration 1 737 948. So knocking that off the list. Really pretty plane right there. Greaser. And the Lufthansa 343 heading on over to Frankfurt. Looking good. I don't know if we'll ever pick Munich service back up. American had it seasonally before COVID in 2019, but we'll see. There is the American 737 landing right there. And there's another Dreamliner. And there's another 321. Neo, that is. Very nice. I saw that right ago. I was like, that's not a 321. And 320. And a Amerijet. This is a... I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. It's not a Amerijet. That's the Miami-based one. This one is like a Amerijet, something like that. Cessna 421, maybe something like that. I'm not completely sure. And another beautifully lit SkyWest 700, because why not? And another Neo, and a cool double shot with the UPS on the other side, because that's just what they do. So instead, we get the Envoy on our side, and then we get the UPS on the other side. But at least the lighting was very good on that. Thank you for the break in the sun. Neo taking off, and I did my best with UPS right there. And Avianca A320, beautiful plane. And yes, I'll take this over the UPS. Either of them would have been fine, but at least we do get the Cargo Luxboeing 747-8 freighter coming in from Luxembourg. Beautiful plane. Was super glad to catch this. I've got to see several of these now, so I'm not complaining. And I got the model in Miami, so I'm super happy about all of those elements combined, and also catching the plane because it is a pretty one. Coming in for short final right here, and boom. Nice landing. Very nice. All right, another American 737, and finally a 320. Feels like we've not got many of these on our side, so glad to get a 320 landing during golden hour. Beautiful shots. Beautiful landing. Probably don't need to take as many. I got better with that on this most recent trip, but I also missed a couple shots because I did that, so that's why I'm trying to get the balance. Volaris A320 looking really good. They've been really hit or miss. I've seen 321s flying in here lately. 320s have been flying. We've even got some Neos, so just throw whatever you want in there. There's Air France taking off right there. Beautiful. And boom. That international terminal gets loaded. It's so fun to see how many people get in that international terminal with all those flights. 924 November. Ironically enough, this has just got the logo on the inside of the winglet only, so that's really cool. So nice to see it right before it got the logo on there, so that's very nice. And that is it for that round of shots, so let's do another. Alrighty, everybody, so here we go with the final round of pictures. So of course, as you can see, the sunset's coming down here, but there's that 737 again. Really good shots here. Very pleased with it. And the Air France taxiing out for departure. Speaking of which, there it is. Beautiful plane. It's really grown on me. Here's 933 once again, absolutely, or 993 this time, excuse me. Looking very good. Haven't seen this one as much, so certainly glad to see it. And a cool backdrop. The sun was very hit or miss, but it's all good. Beautiful UPS. And that's a Seagull, I believe, so looking good. And then here comes another American 777. Very grainy, but still looking very good. Beautiful plane. Very nice. 799 Alpha November. I believe the one that I really like is 779 Alpha November. That one's super cool after seeing it several times. So that one's also very good. Touchdown. Very nice. UPS MD-11 taxiing across. Very cool. Pretty good shots. Thank you for the clouds. So I was able to get a really good shot of it there. So not complaining too much with that. And taxiing over our way. Need that sun to break right there. But right here at sunset. Got some cool shots. Seagull taking off. Really cool reflection. And sorry, the computer needs to load here. Patience is key. And here comes the MD-11 into the ramp. Very nice. And taxiing in. And here's this 737 right here. 949. Looking very good. So many of them, they never end. And this MD-11, same one, obviously, taxiing around the corner. Of course, getting a bunch of good shots. 175 taking off there, and a landing, and a 319, and another Envoy. What can I say at this point? Just the reflection looks really cool. And another Mesa. Glad to catch another one. Getting as many as we can, and the computer needs to load again because there is a bunch. And this Dreamliner taxiing out, another fairly new one. Well, actually the 789s haven't been re-delivered yet because that was a Alpha Lima. They've had some of those in the 900 fleet. A very cool picture of a gray and white Mesa house livery. I was super glad to get that despite the poor quality. Of course, getting that BA American A319. Really cool shots, very unique in their own way. A little grainy, but what can I say? Another Mesa and another American. I think I was at priority mode at this point. On priority mode, excuse me. Touchdown. And a Sky West. And another one. Feels like we've seen the whole fleet today, hasn't it? And another one. Charlie Alpha prefix, how about that? Very nice. It's so cool to always see all these landing lights. Very cool to see that on the runways. Looks like there was 4 in line. Very active sunset period. Another one. UPS looking good. I was trying to get that on my side. That's mainly why I was waiting, but it went that side obviously, so what can I say? And another one. Sorry, let it load. And a pushback tug and towed. And another one. All the 900s finally coming in. Sorry about the lag, guys. I don't know why it's lagging out so bad. And another one. 650 looking good. And a 319. And another one. And another one. The grain's really starting to get bad. And the UPS. And 830. Beautiful pictures. Another one. And this is where we really, I think I tried priority and it really went whack. And a couple more, did some long exposures for fun. And another CFM 319 actually turned out really good, so I'm very pleased with that. Not many left at this point, but I want to get as much spotting in as I could, of course. And another one, turning out really good with 149. And that's it. That goes into the next day trip, as we'll see with that content over to Denver. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this day trip. Thank you guys so much for watching this spotting vlog at Founders. Super good session. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did as well. It was super fun and absolutely loved putting this all together. A bunch of great shots, and we'll have another one of the night plane spotting that I did, mainly recording on the iPhone, but it turned out super good on the Skylink. A bunch of special liveries and a bunch of really good stuff on there. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video at Founders. Super fun, and more of this to come, so definitely expect more DFW plane spotting with even better catches. But this was still a phenomenal day. Super happy with it, and I'm super excited for what's to come. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.